Good morning, afternoon or evening. This is a war selection replay from just a random team game with me and Nuri from Donnie's Discord. And it gets quite close, almost a wonder victory. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright, so here I've just hit medieval. I've got lots of fishing boats out. As you can see, the map is a little bit strange, and one of our teammates spawned on this tiny little island with no wood. Massive ocean. At this point we haven't discovered any islands, and our front line, people on the front line are getting small attacks pushed towards them, some spearmen, not much. And yeah, there's a small army of spearmen heading this way, but we should be good. We've got a few boats just to go see if we can harass, and these boats are going to get upgraded to galleys, even if it goes over population. That's my idea. And yeah, so yeah, I'll see you in a minute. Here, some chariots attacked one of our teammates and managed to snipe his town hall, heading towards purple, just to the top right of me. At this point I've also decided to start rushing to IR, as I'm going Great Britain to dominate the seas. Here, as you can see, I've upgraded my galleys to, my Bronze Age boats to galleys, and I'm just pushing forward, getting rid of fishing boats. Here there was a few. Got rid of 3 docks. I'm just pushing forward. Got a scout as well to help me scout out the coast and see where everyone is. We've also found a separated island here, which will become our naval base and airfield base, and main point of attack later in the game. As you can see, I think I lose 3 galleys before I get to main enemy base. Yeah, not really much is going on here. I'm just expanding my economy. These guys here are still fighting and being attacked and fending off attacks constantly. This town hall here, they barely have an economy. I don't even know if they've got a few workers around and about, but there's a lot of chariots fighting. Here I start pushing into a little gulf here. They've got some Eastern Asian junk here, a galley and a ton of fishing boats, which is just prime real estate for me. They've got rocket cannons, but as you slow down, as you can see, they're just hitting their own units or missing. But yeah, most of my units are getting a bit damaged here, so I'm just trying to get as much damage as I can. I'll be honest, trying to suicide them at this point, because they're just not going to be that effective. Also, the rocket cannon does 70 damage. These guys have about, I think that's 350 health. So, and they've got decent damage. So I'm just finishing off some more fishing boats and the rest of these docks. As you can see, they're getting more and more resources wasted into rocket cannons. I pull back, which I shouldn't really have bothered to do, and I keep destroying their ports just so they can't form a resistance. But that's pretty much the end of this naval attack, as the galleys are pretty much dead. And these guys have too much armor. Yeah, they do 10 damage, and this has 15 armor normally. And it does a ton of damage itself. Another rush coming in from our side this time. They keep pulling legionaries in, trying to wall off at this point as well. But we've got some light knights coming in, and they're going to try get around to the top, as you can see here. And they do get into the enemy base, and I've got a boat somewhere here. Nuri and me and Blue has already landed. We're all trying to colonize this island. Mine is here. Only 6 workers, but in IR I was going to build a university, and I do. Yeah, as you can see, the light knight rush wasn't amazing because the area here was just so well defended. Yeah, look how many azaps here. and there's spears. It's just a really good terrain, defensive terrain. There's some heavy knights coming in, which will beat light knights, obviously. Or at least I think they will. Yeah, the light knights are pulling back. They've got the wall in, but the farm is just not going to hold nearly as well compared to the wall. So yeah, if they just hit the farm a few times. But yeah, it quietens down here, so I'll skip to the next big bit. Here another rush, the Azap and Heavy Knights pushing into this guy's base, and he gets killed, obviously. Heavy Knights and Azap with Bronze Age towers, it's just not going to hold. The Light Knights are chasing down one single Heavy Knight. We've got a few Legionaries here and there, but a few Horsemen, not much. This is just a massive war zone constantly. Nuri is in IR, much quicker than me. I'm just going up to late medieval. He's on Turkey, I believe. Yes, Turkey. And one machine gun tower will stop those Heavy Knights. We've got some Sarbars on this island to protect just in case they've landed, because the coastlines here are very close. I'm also attacking with a few more galley, what's left of my galley force the first time. And they've still got units stationed here, which is just a massive waste of units and resources. So I just push forward, keep getting rid of this junk. It's not expensive, but it's still a hit to their economy slightly. Getting rid of their fishing boats. And over here, the Heavy Knights have run past everyone, and they're going straight towards Turkey. But there's a sufficient defense over here. Here, as you can see, Purple has reached IR, and enemy Heavy Knights are in, which spells disaster to his economy, seeing as he doesn't have any defences. Here, some Sarbars start moving up, but not going to do that much. I'm halfway up to IR, and I don't have a military, so I'm just praying he doesn't come around this way. The colony is taking hold. I'm starting to build ports over here, so I can get ships out quicker, instead of having to travel through here, and this really convenient land bridge. Blue has quit at this point because he had a terrible spawn. And, well, he got the island first, but I'm not sure why he quit. So, at this point, we're almost 100% certain that they haven't colonised the island, and I'm massing some catapult ships. I finally hit IR at this point. I've sent my army of siege ships, which is about 8, I think, or 7. And they're just trying to pick off at the coastline again. I've got to Great Britain, got amazing food economy, as I've got like a ton of fishing boats and a lot of water. Here I'm starting to make bombardier ships, but I just don't have the economy, so I should, in hindsight, not done that. Just got some upgrades up. This is still a massive front line, so they've got Heavy Knights moving around. We have some crossbows, horse crossbowmen, but Legionnaires can't keep up with Heavy Knights. There's a big battle here, and I think some Turkey snipers are on. Yeah, here we go. Turkey snipers and Sarbars, which pretty much spells the end for these Heavy Knights, as their range is amazing. And they're just slightly too slow. But yeah, here they've got siege workshops, and they're making siege machines to keep the pressure on. I cannot remember for the life of me where my ships have gone. Here they are. But yeah, not much happening still. My economy's tanking, seeing as all all 4 here are making bombardier ships. And at this point our plan was to seal them in, seal this whole coastline off with sea forts so they can't land themselves, and seal this in so they can't use the fish, and then mount our attacks from behind them, while our allies just keep on pressure from the top. Just make sure they have to keep defences up here. Legionnaires got a few onagers, I think, and the heavy crossbowmen are picking off this catapult. But yeah, at this point it's just back and forth fighting constantly. Crossbows and snipers. The colony on the island is going really well. We've managed to secure almost the whole thing now. And I'm starting to push forwards with my ships. They're a bit of a resistance force against my siege ships, but for some reason they didn't move the siege ships into the minimum range of my ships. I managed to snipe off, I think, 2, like 2 of these ships aren't even firing, and these guys have 350 health as well, so I think even more armor. So the cannons barely do any damage when they hit, that is. So yeah, they managed to snipe off 1 of my siege ships. And I pull them back around so they don't get destroyed on the way in, because they have a lot of rocket cannons at this point. There you go. Just got my ships round, and I'm peppering his fishing economy. I'm not sure why he's not pulling them back, but it's like 1 catapult shot into the middle of their them, and they're dead. So, and also, Western Europe ships can face forward while firing, while Eastern European ships, catapult ships, have to face backwards, so have to turn around to shoot, which is a massive waste of time, obviously. And here I start pushing even further forward. I ignore those fishing boats and try to snipe out his ports again, his piers, ports. But yeah, that's successful. I get rid of his... Yeah, as you can see, they're doing no damage when they hit. I'm also stopping that vision tower, and at this point, I don't know, I think my ship's just stopped. But yeah, they focused down these guys so I can snipe the town hall. So instead I go for their catapult ships, as they are expensive and very valuable against infantry. Not much else is going on. Bit of backwards and forwards from Sabas, militiamen, and even more legionaries. And more catapults dying, so at this point the catapults are useless. The snipers here were picking off buildings, and there will be again soon. I've got a few bombardier ships, and I'm starting to put my first sea forts. I don't think my economy can still hold this. So in hindsight I should have done that again. I've got a few machine gunners, and I'm making 9 more. And these guys are just here to stop any rushes of some previous age units, or some cavalrymen even. The tower's trying to be put up here, but heavy knights managed to shut it down. Again, nothing really else happens. My siege ships get destroyed, and I start pushing forward with my bombardier ships, which was a massive mistake, as I lose all 4 bombardier ships and all 4 ports. And I'm just going to sit here and speed it up for you, because it's a slow process, but they manage it. I just get the sea fort up and some galleons, but the machine gun trawlers destroy anything, even destroyers and dreadnoughts get absolutely shredded by them. Yeah, this sea fort is the only thing protecting me, and the galleys here can't even reach. Also, what is this? It's like as if the water has like really good texture. Yeah, my sea fort gets taken down later as well, and they're cheap and quick to make, while my units are expensive and high cost, high time. So yeah, right now just taking it, I guess. My sea fort here is still firing, but not to much avail. And yeah, nothing else really happens for now. I start pushing forward with vision and towers to make sure I secure all this, and maybe get vision on their coast, just in case, so I can see when they're building stuff. The sea forts start getting taken down. I start building machine controllers of my own, and planes to defend my coastline from this while I build up my own navy. And being honest, all that happens now is the C4 gets destroyed, I build some more stuff, and fight them off. So, skip that. Here a light cannon rush. This is slightly sped up for anyone who's thinking that it's a bit fast. So a light cannon rush with snipers for air defense. Very powerful, and they start pushing forwards and getting rid of some towers, walls. And at this point, I think the only thing that can rival them are our own catapults, if they can get a lucky shot off, and the snipers who are trying to go around the flank, which isn't going to be that effective. But yeah, here I've got, they started sending out their trawlers around the coast and start picking off what's left of Blue's workers. I've got a handful of light IR-1 planes on this island, so I can send them over here and do quick bombing runs, maybe force them to build AA. That way they waste time and resources on AA guns instead of anything important, such as economy. Here, purple starts massing howitzers and machine gunners, IR-1 machine gunners, and that really helps us out later. But at this point, the Turkey light cannon rush starts going round, up, and back round this way, and it manages to get rid of the chambers here. Oh no, it doesn't. I don't think it gets rid of either, but we'll see. A bit of a disaster here. A massive navy starts pushing forward here. Battleships and machine gun trawlers all coming in here. There are some snipers and rocket launchers and Zambaraks, but they outrange them, so the problem here is that they can snipe out his town hall. I've got the exact same problem on my side. If they find this land bridge here, then I'm doomed. But yeah, I don't know how much vision they've got, but I've brought my planes around to start sniping battleships, which are the most dangerous, obviously, because they're battleships. There's even more battleships here, and they have like 4 or 5 ports and a massive economy. This is the person who's rushing Knights, and this just goes on for a while. These boats just get left alone after the guy quits for losing his navy. My planes start destroying his navy and all that, but the problem here is that I've got my own navy up, not big, but something just to defend with. I start sending it forward, and when he quits, as he has done now, he spams out battleships and machine controllers to constantly come here. So I need to get rid of his ports. I think I start making dreadnoughts as well soon. But yeah, I've got 8 machine gun trawlers, and I'm starting to set up that sea fort defense. Somehow I still don't have towers down here. But yeah, the machine controllers are just to stop anything else coming out, not destroy the ports. But yeah, look how close that battleship is. But it gets destroyed quite quickly, and those machine controllers stay there for quite a while. Our ally does end up falling, but Zambaraks and snipers and my light machine gunners manage to stop the rest of the push before they snipe out my other ally. And all that's happening now is me using my machine controllers to stop anything else coming out these ports, while I set up more sea forts to snipe out his ports. Docks. But yeah, I've almost got my first batch of dreadnoughts out. I've got my planes sniping his coastline, any towers, any factories. Then we uncover that he has massed up lots of cannon towers and Turkey mortars, like at least 30 odd, and he's just sitting on his coast protecting. It wasn't anything to bomb here because, well, it's the guy who quit, who was going Germany. But yeah, in a second we find out that, there you go, the mortars. There was one there, and they're just massing them with artillery cannon towers. So yeah, I get my first few dreadnoughts, but I'm weary of pushing them forward. Everything was sunk here from a volley, one volley. I managed to take out his docks, sorry, and a Zambarak push tries to get through, but it's going to be difficult. Gets rid of vision of the enemy, but, well, it's a very well defended place. It does manage to get a lot of their buildings and towers and stuff dead, and even some workers. Yeah, any kind of machine gun fire or explosives would absolutely destroy this whole army. Some halberdiers sent to support, but they're just not really that good. Also, they're not firing at what they want, and the enemy have built a Wonder of the World, and that is a town hall like right here, in between tiny cliffs, just making it so awkward. But yeah, the Zambaraks keep pushing forward. The Zambaraks are very good, but they have such low armor that they just get shredded by machine gun fire. Another tower's going up, which really needs to be shut down. There we go. And he starts pushing forward, gets to the German player's town hall, but I don't think he manages to destroy it. I don't think so. Oh no, he does. There you go. So the German player's town hall is down, but there's more choke points down this way. Here we go. Man-made choke points this time. So that's one less player we have to deal with, and getting through all the gates of a player that's dead, I think, who left all his gates open. And here's the choke point. Tons of houses, tons of machine guns, soldiers and tanks, and Zambaraks just can't deal with that kind of stuff. Could have kept trying to move them around, but their armor is 3, so a soldier who does 22 damage can, like, probably 9 or 10 shot, and these workers are even managing to kill the Zambaraks, which I think they need some solidarity. Maybe not a buff, but yeah. And here I start making balloons. So our master plan was to get bombers and balloons, attack on the coastline and go straight for the middle here and cut any supplies or any help going to this guy, and then my dreadnoughts would come through here and snipe out him. But what actually happens is I forget about the plan because I don't have a brain, and I send my balloons straight for this guy's town hall because I underestimate dreadnoughts. But yeah, there's been a few air raids going off on this guy's territory, and we just keep finding more and more annoying units. But yeah, grenade launchers and more annoying units from Turkey pushing up. Turkey's very good, but most of their units are quite spongy. I should not have gone for Wonder. My economy was just not strong enough. Again, I really need to put a lot more workers on wood. And I could have probably made more on this island. I am making more right now. But yeah, my first batch of balloons, which is 4 of them I think, that's the only balloons I have. Building more sea forts along the coast. And the coast pretty much is secure at this point. Nothing's going to get through unless it's a big battleship rush. But yeah, I'll get back to you in a minute. Here's Purple's army pushing forward. He's got armoured cars, which aren't terrible. A massive amount of howitzers, machine gunners, which I don't think he needs there. But he also has light tanks and soldiers, so a nice balanced army to deal with pretty much anything. But yeah, we're just pushing forward slowly and clearing up what's left of this guy's base to make pushing easier. I've got my dreadnoughts getting attacked by a crocodile, which is just funny. I've got a larger force of balloons now. I've got 12, and at this point I can't really hold much more, so I should have stopped making more balloons. What I should have kept doing is more land units to help pushing, because the easiest way to get to his town hall, which is down here, the wall of cliffs, is to destroy this guy's base and then from the hill. So yeah, we should probably have done that, but the Zambaraks for some reason don't want to shoot at this wall. I'm not exactly sure, but I don't think you can aim Zambaraks. And then again, he doesn't really need to destroy that wall as the gates are open and they're not going to be closing ever. I keep going for Wounded so that in case we get to snipe this guy out by a miracle, then it will be hard for him to win. We managed to sink a steam debarquette, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, and that was carrying snipers, some soldiers and Zambaraks to try and clear out our island. But yeah, I've got my max population now, and the attack will be coming soon. And the push begins. A massive distraction starts from the north, getting rid of Jimbo's army, and for some reason Johnny Starr has like a mass amount of machine gunners. I think he was anticipating another Zambarak rush, which there was a little bit of that, but the howitzers can probably shred that up. But yeah, they're going around this side. He's got a few balloons. I go straight in with my destroyers and balloons. As you can see, the balloons are attacking the wrong place, which is just amazing from my perspective. We probably could have coordinated that push a bit better, seeing as half our armies were destroyed before mine had reached the walls. Coast. Walls on my own route. But yeah, these machine gunners are becoming obsolete. Even the Zambaraks. Just sniping out Zambaraks, they're cheaper, I believe anyway. But yeah, listen to that sound. I'm going to slow it down so you can hear it in real time. Listen to it, look. Dreadnoughts. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's going to happen any second now. Look. It's beautiful. 2 volleys and the town hall is down. If only I think I can just reach the town hall, but I don't think I have vision. So I could probably snipe out all of this stuff, but it wasn't really that necessary. I also lose 1 balloon for literally nothing, and my dreadnoughts take a little shred of damage. The sea defences are all up, with more emphasis on pushing in further now. Another Zambarak rush getting planned there, and I lost all my workers on this stone node to a single ball that I just didn't see because I'm blind or something. I took a screenshot of this. Look how many workers. Like half of them are from the person who built the window. So obviously I destroyed as many as I can. Because Lucky is still alive. And he's got all these workers here massing. So I just destroy as much of it as I can. At this point, we control the seas and the coasts. I start pushing with some tank destroyers to help out with clearing the artillery towers. My balloons finally get here, but they're not that effective because of the amount of AA. In hindsight, I should have probably just sniped out his artillery towers and mortars. That way, well, you know, I've done something useful. But yeah, I almost get to the town hall, seeing as these snipers in position can't actually shoot up, which is just amazing. They've got a lot of AA here, and so many mortars again. I've got more tanks lining up to be taken over to the next side. I lose one of my dreadnoughts. And for some reason, my allies keep pushing with balloons, even though there's like a million snipers protecting it. There's only 8 minutes at this point, so they start pushing forwards with the Zambarak rush, combined with tanks and artillery and mortars. It's pretty effective. But the Zambaraks get a bit ahead of themselves and start pushing forwards before their support got there. I've got my sea forts here, but a bit too far forwards. I've got a little bit of AA on my sea forts, seeing as they get an AA gun, which is not actually terrible, just expensive. But yeah, I'm just trying to snipe out the AA and just push their coastline even further back. Like, I can't quite reach the stuff I want to hit. But yeah, I think I've got 3 dreadnoughts up again. No. But yeah, more tanks coming over, 3 more this time, much less, much smaller number. I don't see why I kept building balloons. Bombers would probably have been a better. And my sea forts can't get that close as the mortars are managing to destroy them. The Zambarak rush here got really close to the town hall. These howitzers, if the howitzers could get through, some better micromanagement maybe, but it's just horrendous, these trees. If they could get through, that would be great. And that we could probably have sniped out the town hall, maybe. But the amount of mortars, look. You could just see the shells coming over the hill. And they also had military balloons. I don't know how they had all the population for this. There was only 2 of them left. And they had the population for an army of snipers, military balloons, mortars, and more bombers as well. 2-3 bombers now. Managed to get rid of a few of his houses, but no major damage. I push forward with even more tanks, and we decide to attack at the 3-minute mark. So we carry on pooling our resources, APCs. I think that APC has units in it. Let me check that. No, it doesn't. And yeah, it's kind of quiet at this point. We could destroy that mine, but I don't think that's the top of our priority now. We start massing tanks and artillery. Well, these tanks are artillery. Our ships are also getting massed, and we're massing our balloons, which aren't going to be any good. I've got even more tanks, and we push forward right now. And it's glorious because the snipers don't do almost like no damage compared to how many of them there is. The mortars are inaccurate and don't do that much damage. And for some reason, I was pressing. I couldn't. My brain just wouldn't let me think about attacking the town hall. We should have attacked a bit earlier because we just didn't have enough time to get there, and the defenses were just too good. So at this point, my tank destroyer should have been sniping out air defenses, seeing as the military balloons could probably have done it from here. But because the population cleared up, about 4 dreadnoughts just spawned all together at the same time, which is pretty hilarious. But yeah, the anti-air force is here, and that is pretty much the end. I've got a wonder, decent economy. We could all probably have won if we just wait. If we had maybe 5-10 more minutes, we could have coordinated a bit better maybe. But yeah, look how many machine guns, and they're protecting one single place. So thank you everyone for watching. That was a war selection replay, very close. I hope you enjoyed that. Look how much damage we got on the town hall. Those squad cannons probably have saved us, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Enjoy the rest of your day.